Okay, let me explain this thing again and see if doing it in real time will make for easier comprehension. So you draw a right angle first of all, and then you measure in the heel height. So let's say the heel height is here, and then you place the heel of your mean form here. So let's say this is your mean form, the heel starts here, and then the ball of your mean form should touch the horizontal line. So let's say this is your mean form and this is your last. The ball of your mean form, let's say this is the ball here. If you be the intersection, meaning that if this is the vamp point, this is the vamp line here. So the heel will be here, the ball will be there. So that is the vamp point. So that's the first thing you do. Then of course you know that your, let's say your counterpoint is somewhere here and your back height is somewhere there. So if you divide this your vamp line into two, you draw a line from there. So this is your outer line. The next thing you do is you draw a line from here to the ball. So let's start that afresh because it's beginning to get rowdy. So I started a new drawing. So this is our ball, this is our vamp point, this is our vamp line, counterpoint, back height, this is our heel height, right? So I said you draw a line from here to here. So let's say a line from here to there. So this line, if you find another line, so let's say this is the instep. Of course, we know that the instep is 1/4 of the last length measured from the vamp point. So you mark that. So this line that we have here, this line that we have here, if we draw a line parallel to this line from this instep, so that line will go like this. So this line here is parallel to this. Then you measure the distance from here to there. So from the instep to here, you measure that distance and divide that distance by 2. So let's say the distance you measured from here, or in fact let us measure it. You see that here it is 6 cm. So you divide it into 2, which will be 3 cm. So you mark 3 cm on this line and then draw a right angle from this baseline through that line that you got. So that right angle is going to be, when you measure from here, from this point where it intersects the footbed of the boot, draw upward like that. So if you wanted this boot, for instance, to be, the height of this boot to be 30 cm, you measure from here 30 cm up here, so that wherever the length of that boot is the point on the feet of your customer where you are going to calculate the girth, the circumference, to be able to know the width that you are going to use for your top line. So if you measure from the footbed of your customer upward at a point, let's say 50 cm on your customer's foot, then you take the measurement around that place, the circumference around that place. So all you do is you measure from here on this line, wherever it gets to, that will correspond to what you already have on your customer's feet, such that if you measure that circumference around that place, remember the circumference, this is just one side of the feet of your customer. You're designing on one side, meaning that any distance you have here will have to be times 2 of what you have. So whatever you get on your customer's feet, you divide by 2. So let's say the circumference around your customer's feet is 30 cm. Then you have to divide the 30 cm by 2 first, and that will give you 15. So that you mark from here 7.5, from there 7.5 to get 15, such that by the time you duplicate this pattern, you would have the full thing. So I'm hoping that that is quite elaborate.